Hi everybody, this is Liam Martin from Running Remote, and in today's video we are going to be talking about something that I've wanted to talk about for quite a while, more specifically about 46 days, which is how to take advantage of the new remote economy. The economy has changed literally overnight due to a thing that I'm not going to mention because otherwise the magic YouTube algorithm gods will de-index this video forever. But you know exactly what's going on. There's that thing, we all gotta stay at home. That's what I'm talking about. And what it has created is a reorganization of the economy. A lot of people have lost money, a lot of people have made money. Remote companies, however, are the ones that are getting through this better than anyone else. We're gonna be able to talk about this. I think it's gonna be super exciting. Stay tuned. Okay, so remote work, it's definitely now the new normal. Before this entire thing started in the United States, about 4% of the US workforce was working remote more than 5 days a week. And now, by our best estimates, it's approximately 70% of the US workforce is working remotely. And the other reality that I think a lot of people are recognizing is this is going to be the new normal for the next 6 to 18 months. We are going to be working remotely or quote unquote working from home for the next 6 to 18 months. And it's going to be something that we're all going to have to adapt to. And I think the difference of the people who are going to be super successful and the people that are not going to be super successful is how fast can you adapt to this reality. So we're going to categorize this into two very separate categories. Do you have the ability to be able to get into what I'd like to call like the new remote economy, or do you not? So for the people that are not able to get into the new remote economy, what I would suggest that you do is deploy remote work policies as quickly as humanly possible. Check out videos like this one, check out the rest of our videos on the Running Remote YouTube channel. We have hundreds of videos connected to basically how to build and scale remote teams from the absolute world experts on this particular subject. We've been doing it for years. I've been working remotely for 15 years. We know what we're talking about. Check out some of the videos here. If you do, however, have the ability to embrace the new remote work economy, this is where I think that there is an amazing opportunity for you right now. So remote work has easily 10 to 20x'd over the last few months. I know that that sounds crazy for a lot of people that have been watching these videos for a long time, but we've completely changed. So remote work is now the norm inside of the world economy. And there are a lot of tools that still need to be built and services that need to be deployed in order to continue to scale this remote economy. So I mentioned before, we're at approximately 70% of the remote work world, or the work world, working remotely in the United States. Let's say after this is all over, there might be a few instances in which a lot of people go back to work. So we've been doing some polling. We've found within the first month of this experiment, about 22% of people that we've polled, again, it was a small sample size, said that they're not going back to their office leases. And I think that that number is going to very easily expand over the next 6 to 12 to 18 months. So on the bottom end, I think we're going to see probably 20 to 30% of people that have gone remotely stay remote. And on the top end, I think we're probably going to see about 70% of the remote work, or of the workforce, remain remote, because it's a lot more cost effective for employers and employees, and it's a lot more productive for employers and employees. And we've been talking about this for a long time. So how do you take advantage of this economy? Well, there's gonna be a couple major pieces that you really wanna kind of lock down. You've seen tools like Slack and Zoom, which are absolutely exploding right now, particularly Zoom. It seems like everybody now is using Zoom as a platform. By the way, I like Skype a little bit more, but it doesn't matter. Use whatever you want to use for your video communication. Tools like Slack, instant messaging tools, honorable mention to a company called Twist, which is a counterpoint to a tool like Slack. Instant messaging and video communication, I mean, there are massive players in that space. There are also smaller players like time tracking, timedoctor.com, company that I co-founded, But there are also a ton of other tools that are trying to get into the space. And what I would suggest that people do is focus on the bureaucracy of remote. I've been talking about this for a very long time. We need to be able to figure out what are the very boring components of remote. How do you do payroll remotely? How do you make sure that you deliver a desk to an employee efficiently and effectively remotely? How do you make sure that all of your remote workers' equipment is working properly? How do you make sure that they're staying on task and they're staying focused from a project management perspective remotely? All of these problems are going to need to be solved. There is going to be a workday of just remote work situations. That's going to be happening over the next 6 to 18 months. And there are already players in this space, but the space went from, let's say, $1 billion space to $1 trillion space very, very quickly. So you need to be able to take advantage of those different opportunities. And I think now is absolutely the right time to be able to pivot into these spaces. I've been speaking to one particular company that popped into my mind that I've been dealing with for quite a while, is a company that delivers snacks inside of offices. And within a few weeks, they saw a 75% drop in their business. Well, what did they do? They pivoted and they now deliver snacks to remote workers. So as the employer, you can literally just send snacks to your employer, either through Instacart or through Amazon Prime, and the employee will get the snacks that they would have had inside of an office environment, but it's not being paid by that direct employee, it's being paid by the employer. And that could be a huge space. It very well may actually be a massive space. Those are the things that you need to be able to take advantage of if you are ready to take advantage of this new economy. And let me be clear, it is not going to go back to the way that it was before. The new economy is going to be a remote economy. The office is dead. We don't know it yet. There are still offices around. They still got desks in them. But within the next 6 to 18 months, all of those leases, or the majority of those leases, will probably be renegotiated, or they will just be taken off the books completely. So you need to be able to adapt to that new reality, and the people that do it faster than anyone else are the people that are going to win in this economy. So that's my opinion. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you thought that I was absolutely crazy and you think that that's absolutely not the right take on this, please give me a comment down in the comments below. It really helps out the algorithm. And if you really like this video, subscribe. We basically talk about this weird stuff while I'm in quarantine all day long. Talk to you later.